So, all of you are welcome to the last final day, final countdown of 22 lessons, 5 principles, last 2 more lessons. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, wonderful. Then you can mute your videos, mute your audios. Yes, yesterday we discussed about regenerate your soul. The purpose of regenerating The purpose of regenerating our soul is to retrieve back all that energy of playfulness, spontaneous, and adventure. But today, after retrieving the energy, I know this journey is not so easy all the time. Some are experiencing some deeper turbulence inside, roller coaster inside. Some are feeling so elevated, but the journey is like this. Whatever you are experiencing, very important thing we need to remember is law of impermanence. Whatever now we are experiencing, whether it is a nice feeling or whether it is a bad feeling, it's all not going to exist for a long period of time. It all vanish. Only thing which is going to exist is your consciousness, and the consciousness which, yes, all of you please pause your mute your audios also. So today's topic is very important lesson, that is shatter negative patterns. The butterfly which you are seeing is our potential self. The pattern is like this glass, that jar. Sometimes our potential self completely locked inside the jar. Even in all our inner journeys, sometimes this is occurring. Some patterns will remember. Suppose we touch certain areas and we logged inside the jar. And when you are not in this process, still there are certain patterns existing. But today we are observing what are these patterns. First of all, we need to know what is the pattern all about. Patterns are unconscious mental or emotional constructs that are rooted in painful experiences, given mass by buried emotions and designed to protect us from further pain. So, why these patterns? It's a protection mechanism. All patterns are protection mechanisms. So, we need to be so humble to face the pattern because it's come to protect us. So it's not something we need to go away attitude never work. We need to, it is coming for protecting us, but we need to come out from this protection. Otherwise, we are locked inside a jar. We become imprisoned. So, coming out from the imprisonment of our own self, it's very important to address our patterns. It is very important to know our own patterns. So, what happens? The patterns coming in the form of identification. We identified with something. It keep on projecting in this world. That pattern all the time projecting. Interesting thing, the pattern repeated. Pattern repetition is happening through the law of resonance. We attract certain situation. We attract certain people for repetition purpose. When we are once we are enter into a particular pattern, It keep projecting in this world and it repeated and resonate. Through resonation, we start inviting the circumstances, environments for making that pattern more clear. Means all that invitation will prove that yes, this is the truth. Actually, that's our not our real self. That becomes a false self. So pattern make ourselves unauthentic rather than seeing our truths make us more fearful. So it is our responsibility to face the pattern. What is my pattern? Okay, I'll just share about there are 7 types of pattern. It's not easy to work all the pattern in one session or anything, but at least awareness to the pattern itself is helping you a lot. At least you are aware that yes, I have this pattern. More and more you are aware, more and more you are understanding, more and more you are awake to the pattern, more and more you can connect to the source, more and more you can release it. So today again I am creating another pathway that can help you to heal those patterns. So the first pattern is called disapproval pattern. Second pattern is called guilt pattern. Third pattern is called revenge pattern. When I am talking about this pattern, sometimes when you experience certain types of sensation in your body, it's natural, it's normal. Sometimes you feel very irritated, it's again natural and it's again normal. Sometimes feel lot of resistance, again it is natural and normal. So it's all happen because even when we talk about the pattern itself, trigger the pattern. Suppose I am talking about revenge, the inner pattern start triggering. That vibration is coming because uh, once that pattern doesn't want to stay there because our true self keep pushing. When I am talking about pattern, your true self, your authentic self is listening now. So authentic self starts screwing. Oh my dear, you are not my friend. Come out, come out. Yes, you come for the protection, but I don't need your protection now. I want to be authentic from now. Okay? So guilt, revenge, disapproval, don't come to any conclusion when I'm talking about the pattern. Oh, I am in this pattern. No, no need of conclusion. Just be empty. Parental pattern, there is another pattern called parental pattern. Jealousy pattern, struggle pattern. In the life, we are in the struggle pattern, control pattern. Understand that these patterns are not an external pattern. We take it as okay, disapproval pattern means okay, somebody will disapproving me. That's not I'm talking about. Okay. So what I'm talking about, I'll make it more clear. First pattern is called disapproval. And where this pattern is coming is out of a fear of loss of agreement. Whether you are aware or not, each and every moment we are creating certain agreements in a telepathic way. Sometimes two people create this agreement in a telepathic way, and it's a telepathic agreement, not a direct agreement, and even unconscious agreements. Okay, I'll take care of you. It's an unconscious agreement, and that person is not be honest to that agreement. What happened there? That agreement fail. Each agreement is failing. We experience disapproval. For example, very greatest agreement is parental agreements. As a parent, when we a soul communicate, as a parents, for we are welcoming a child and uh, for that purpose, whatever the father or mother, whoever, telepathically they are communicating that I am ready to take care of my child. It's a agreement, and the child is coming here. Child is okay. Yes, I am coming to this earth. Once they come here, maybe mother is busy with her own work, father is busy with her own job. they are not they are not keep that promise, keep that agreement, but child feels disapproved inside. But where that disapproval happened is the child disapprove her own self or his own self, not others are disapproving. We disapprove inside. We disapprove our own self. First, we disapprove ourselves. So it's an inner game, not an outer game. Because we feel that my agreement is lost. Because we believe that through only this agreement we can survive. So the belief is survival is depending on others or external factors. Otherwise, we cannot survive. So all child have feeling, because even only human beings are the most helpless being. Because once we born, our mother need to give milk. But when we watch a cow, the cow go and have her milk or his milk. But as a human being, someone give food, otherwise we can't. So it's a helpless state. In that helpless state, this agreement is some sort of survival mechanism. And when they are not keep that agreement, we really feel shattered. So what we disapprove is we disapprove our own self. Okay, I'll just share another life example. Okay, there are three friends. One is a blue, another is white, another is red. White is in the middle, maybe you can't see clearly. Okay, so what happened? There is a argument comes. These three are friends. Two of them, there is an argument come. Immediately an argument come. White and blue. In between white and red. Sorry, white and red. There is an argument comes. What happened in that argument? The blue is with white. So there is majority. Red is alone. So what happens? There is a separation comes. The red start feeling separation. The moment the separation comes and red feels that the white is bigger than me, I'm smaller, because the blue is with the white. This is another way of agreement losing in friendship. Because in, please explain how the mirror show us this pattern. I will explain later. Now I am not connected to the mirror now. Okay. So mostly we feel we are small. The feeling of small create a disapproval inside, because we disapprove our own self. That's why we feel small. That is the third image, where the white is big and we are small. Actually, we disapprove ourselves. I'm not saying that everyone do the same. There are some people, they never disapprove themselves. So they keep in that same level of existence. Even the friends are rejecting them, but they have such an amazing inner worth. Maybe that worthiness they acquire through several lifetimes. They feel they are good enough. But mostly I watch this. When someone rejects you, immediately you feel low. You feel that you are small, they are big. The moment we feel small, what happened? uh, we start suffering survival, because that survival fear comes from our childhood days. Because we need our parents to take care. Even one of the parent abandoned you, it's a great disapproval for you. So the real disapproval is happening is we disapprove ourselves. And what happened? There is a void self is created. There is a void is creating in our own self, and we become lonely. Nobody is making you lonely. We enter into a shell. We enter into a shell. That shell is a protection mechanism. And we believe that the whole world is disapproving me all the time. That's a belief we created. But so that we create another mechanism, either we all the time we live alone, or we want to be with everyone all the time. So we create some pleasing mechanism. We start pleasing others, because through pleasing only I can exist. So we start pleasing. This is a one pattern. Okay, I am moving on to another pattern. So here we need to release the void self. We can see our real self. Our real self is a self which really want to be joyful. So suppose when you realize that you are in a void self, what normally I suggest is connecting, connect your real self. Real self connection only comes, there is a great principle called the principle or the sutra of attention. Where is your attention, there is your energy. So deliberately, maybe we need to first do it like once you fake it, you can make it. There is another principle of the brain science called when you fake it, you can make it. So suppose you fake it. For example, when you understand you are in the void self, you immediately start listening to a music which you like. More and more you listen to it, more and more, or you start dancing. In all the way, you start connect to your real self. It's not a permanent solution, it's a temporary solution. But definitely a temporary solution is needed. Otherwise, permanently we need to get into an void part. So we need to be aware about it. This is why I am doing this. I'm dancing. Why I'm dancing it? Because I want to connect to my real self. Why I'm painting? Because I want to connect to my real self. Why I'm singing? Because I want to connect to my real self. So real self is always a joyful self. Real self, the nature is Ananda Brahman, because joy is Brahman. Joy is our real state. So it's deliberately we need to connect, because it's a chance to, even when we are in this sad state, it's not for an escapism I'm telling, but deliberately, okay, we say that, okay, my dear sad self, I will work on you in between 10 and 11. I will work on you. But now I'm connecting to my joyful self. We need to put some time for that. Otherwise, the sad self, this disapproved self, has a tendency to grab our whole attention. The void has that tendency. Definitely, the void created, keep on beating, the heartbeat increases, keep on showing certain suffocation. But it's very important we need to enter into certain practices before clearing it permanently. Permanent clearing definitely happen, but before clearing it permanently, every day we need to connect to our joyful self is very important. So everybody has their own way of joyful self. My way of joyful connecting to the joyful nature is music, singing, dancing, and another is watching the sky, both sky, darker sky and light sky, the sky in the evening time. Every day I go to the staircase, I watch the sky, I stay there. Whatever there is a void comes or anything come, I go there and I work, because the void is not in one single life, it is coming to you. So it's not easy to work everything in 1 or 2 days, is not a easy thing. But each and every day of our life is very important. Each and every day we need to be joyful, because I know that people who enter into the path of spirituality, they are first time they believe that, okay, today onwards I am going to work completely clearing, tomorrow I am clearing, tomorrow, day after tomorrow clearing, okay, next 1 year I am clearing. So that 1 year we are crying, we are crying, we are anger, we are in sadness, we are frustrated. Then after 1 year, this become a habit. Nothing is going to happen to you. No transformation is happening because it becomes a habit. That's a very dangerous part I always witness. So it's deliberately we need to find time, because today's another lesson is waste no time. That's a 20-second lesson. I will explain more about that lesson before finishing this. So it's very important every day with the true accept to our void self, we need to connect to our joyful nature. Be playful, be funny, connect to humors. It's all necessary to be move forward is very important. So another pattern is guilt. The guilt means the inner dialogue is called I don't deserve. Why I don't deserve? Because I hurt others, I harm others, I make others shameful. Maybe child feels like that. Suppose the child is not studying well, and that parent is so eager for his or her study. The child feels that, okay, I didn't make that such marks. My parents feel shameful, and I am the reason. Through that shame, what I did is I hurt them. So feeling guilty. Through that guilt, you stop all the abundance in your life. Even you want some toys, but you need to manipulate it in some way. Otherwise, you keep denied your own pleasures, denied your own joy, denied your own spontaneous, all the parts we denied with this guilt that I don't deserve it. So, very important thing we need to understand that whatever we did, whether it is a mistake or anything, the deserving part is always there. We deserve it. We deserve the best. But at the same time, we need to observe our own intention. Am I really intent? Because suppose a child who born, the child may have some study disabilities. I'm like that child. That's why I can say, because I can't understand the language in my childhood. Everyone is talking, but I can't understand because I am from some other place. I always feel my home is there. I am not connected. But what happened? Its pressure is there. Everyone is pressuring. I can connect. I can understand. In my 8th standard, I asked my friends, "How you are studying? How can I study?" I keep asking to my friends because I don't know how to study. Okay, they said simply read. Okay, I read. I can't understand. But somehow, in a particular place, I got some deep wisdom to how to learn. Somewhere I got it. I don't know when I got it, but I got it. Up to that time, I believe that my masters come and write all the exams. So I pass all the time. All classes I passed. I never fail in my life. But I feel this guilt that I don't deserve because I'm creating so many fuss to my parents. I'm hurting them. This is something we feel bad. We feel bad about ourselves. We feel shame. And another 1 minute. How to connect with our masters? Intent, definitely masters will come to you. When a student is ready, master definitely come to you. So only way is be ready. More we are surrender, more we are beyond our ego states, definitely master will come to you. More we are in our ego state. Oh, I know it. I am going to clear myself. Nobody is come to help you. First, we need to surrender. Yes, I don't know. Yes, it's okay. I don't know. Then masters will come with your real, deep, true innocence. Masters will come to you. So only way is we need to come out from our shell. So guilt is creating what guilt is all the time creating is called inner critic. Others are not criticizing, but we keep on criticize ourselves. There is a thought process of inner critics. We all the time saying that I am not good enough, I am not worthy, I am a wrong person, I am bad, I am that, I am this, and that's it. Just. Leave it. I deserve the best. Whatever others says, whatever I am saying, mostly you observe what you are saying to yourself. What you are saying to yourself. Are you worthy? Are you deserving? Whatever your action. Suppose what you really want. That's a very important question you all the time ask to yourself. What do you really want in this life? Rather than holding on the guilt, what do you want? Are you want to be in the guilt? Are you want to be in the shame? Are you want to be in the disapproval? Are you want to be in the another mode I will share that is revenge? Revenge is fear of expression. We fear to express our truth because there is a belief that authorities misuse their freedom and power. So when the moment we start expressing, we feel that I become authority because we only see people who are authorities are expressing. So there is a deep fear of expression. We keep fear expression. Only way is start expressing. Liberate our voice. That's the only way. Start liberate your voice. Start express yourself. Express yourself like an authority, but you are not going to misuse your freedom or power. When you are aware. When you are not aware and when you get a position, you definitely misuse it. That's why people want to learn and I want to be in that position. I want to be in this position because then only I can misuse my power. Then only I can misuse my freedom. It's out of trauma. It's out of the pattern. When we are in the pattern, we misuse it. That's why people come to the politic field and they misuse because they are in this revenge mode. Actually, their revenge mode is from their childhood days. Maybe their revenge is towards their parents. Maybe their revenge is towards their adult ones, their relatives, their teachers. They have such a revenge. Even when become they adult, still this revenge is inside. They will keep on triggering in their life. So we need to address and understand, am I holding any revenge? When we are in the revenge mode, another pattern also is there, that is called parental pattern. Revenge is like this, dominating. Someone keep dominating you. Your father is dominating you, your mother is dominating you. But understand that it is we are taking from some lifetimes. But one thing we need to clearly understand, that as a child, we are we cannot say as a child we are uh, completely responsible for our karma in that moment. All our past lives, we are not responsible at that time, because our astral body is not mature enough at that time. So that's why all the masters are nowadays creating a lot of awareness about spiritual parenting. Whatever the old days parents, I am not blaming them, because they are also ignorant. Because they, what they get, they are giving to their children, because that's the only thing happening in this whole universe. What you get, you are giving. So it's time for more and more aware about it. The spiritual parenting is very important. First thing, we need to parent our own self is very important. That's called inner child healing, is to parent our own self. We start parenting our own self rather than blaming, because revenge is a mode. Suppose you are not aware about your guilt. When you denied your guilt, you enter into this revenge mode very easily. So better is understand your guilt. More you understand your guilt, more you can connect your disapproval space. More you understand your disapproval space, more you can come out from that disapproval space, because these are all one or the other way connected. So it's very important to understand. Another aspect is called parental pattern. The one of the main reason of parental pattern is blind love. We are blindly love our father, we are blindly love our mother, whoever they are. Whether they are alive, whether they are with you, whether they divorce and go away, whatever happened, very deeply there is a blind love existing. Blind love means you are blindly following them. A blind trust. Rather than trusting oneself and rather than loving oneself, we start blindly love. What happened? The belief is being loyal is my duty. You feel that. I know lot of my friends and so many people in my life I see, they keep on worrying about their parents. They feel that, okay, my parents, I want to make them happy. I want to make them happy. Even they have children, they are not making their children happy. They are trying to make their parents happy. And whatever they really want to tell to their parents, their own problems, their own worries, because our parents are big and we are small all the time. That's the truth. Our parents are big, even whatever the age they are, whether they can handle or not. But the truth is, they are big. At least when you are a soul student, now it's time, because it's time not to talk anything directly. It's time to, because it's all created telepathically. In our mental realm, it is all creating, not in the physical realm. At least in telepathically, you start communicating to your parents. Whenever you are in a worry state, you are in any state of difficult, you start speaking to your mother, you start speaking to your father telepathically. At least you can close your doors, and inside the door you can start speaking loudly. You can speak, oh my dear mother, this is my issue. Yes, maybe your parent never listened to you when you are a child, that may be true. But now it's our responsibility to speak to our parents. Otherwise what happened, we start speaking to our children, we start pouring our problems to our children. We start sharing our own problems to our children. Observe, they are small, we are big. How can they handle? They may show that they are handling it, they may show that they are mature enough, because they start parenting you. So the entire energy flow is reversing. Your children parenting you, you start parenting your parents. They start parenting their parents. At least in this area, one person decided enough is enough. I am not going to parent my parents. I am only going to parent my children. Any of you take that courageous decision, the entire ancestral team is going to change. They all feel amazing love to you. The moment you respect it, even suppose my father called me and my father is in helpless state and my father called, oh, my mother is in disease, you please come. So what I did is I said, okay, I'll talk to my mother first. I talk and ask, dear mother, are you feeling that this is the moment I need to come or not? When you say I need to come, I'm definitely ready to come. So mother says, no, I am not feeling it. I will be here. You stay there. Then the energy flow is amazingly changing. Otherwise, when we feel, oh, I need to parent my father. Oh, my dear father, you stay in my heart space. I will pat you. No, that space is for us. No, this space is not for them. This space is for our children. Our heart space is for our children, not for our parents. This is the greater wrong understanding create so many mess up in this current scenario, because we believe that we need to take care of our parents. So the very important thing is, at least telepathically, you all the day you set your parents that I am going to live my life as a gift for you. Maybe when you say directly to them, they may feel survival fear, because everyone is in survival fear, everyone is in disapproval issues. That's the truth. So I'm not saying you to you, okay, next moment you are going and talk to your parents that I am going to live my life as a gift, and they feel fearful, they feel survival issue, they start doing their own dramas in this life. So telepathically you tell them, definitely their soul understand it, their soul gets the courage. Yes, my son or my daughter need to live their life as a gift. That's what I want. Only observe yourself. Do you want your son to be or your daughter to be living a happy life, or you want your son or daughter to be in a sad life? What you really want? That's your parents also want. That's their parents want. When you are in deep compassion soul space, what you really want, just observe. Anybody want other than this? Maybe you are not eligible for to learn all these 22 lessons. You can immediately come out and get out from this webinar. That's my best. Sir, religions have buttered our lives butchered. I didn't understand it. This Hindu religion or Christian or whatever it is, butchered. Out every son and Sita or every daughter is a bigger sin committed. I didn't understand it, Gaurav. I didn't get the point. Maybe we are not actually all
Sir,
the
sir,
scriptures, whatever.
sir, I mean that this kind of dependency on children to nurse and take care of their parents over and above their own psychological well-being is something which has to stop. Loving our parents is a part of a healthy psychological framework of any family and society.
Yes.
However, bringing out dysfunctional kids because parents don't take responsibility for their own self and always use the alibi that we do everything for you, we do love you, we care for you, we earn money for you, is the biggest sin such parenthood has done to many children across the globe. This is what I mean by that. And when the religions only try to emphasize that only parents are good and all children are wrong, and there is no truth in children, they destroy the very fabric of soul consciousness.
Okay, Gaurav. Okay, I understand. Thank you. Yes. Yes. So it's very important you need to communicate, because that time they also feel trust in you. First, you trust in yourself, definitely they trust in you. Because we need to understand that my mother want me to be learn and become an accountant in some bigger government organization. Then you just think, now I am an accountant. How you feel? How I did this webinar? Is it beneficial for you or not? I am in this field is good for you or not? Just think. What's your answer? You can chat. Suppose I go to some organization, maybe in some government sector, and sitting in and accounting. Is it good? So I took a decision that I only follow my dream. First time they feel really terrible, but I am ready to take my responsibility. Even in my marriage, I take my responsibilities. First time they all are against, but now they are telling that what you did, what is your decision, that's right. They understand through life. We cannot make them please or approve because we don't need their approval. First thing, every children need to understand that we don't need anybody's approval, including our parents. We don't need it. Approval seeking is not the game, but we have the right to receive their love from their heart space. It's our right. It's our birthright. We need to claim it, not directly. We need to claim it through meditation. We need to connect it. That's why all these processes are important in this time. So another is called jealousy. Jealousy is coming from low self-esteem. Belief is I am weak, I am unattractive, I am incapable of manifesting what we mostly deeply want. Exactly, we are violating the soul principle, not the soul principle, the soul lessons. Creation begins with a thought. And we are not aware about the soul lessons. I am a co-creator. We need to accept it. More and more you accept it, more and more you understand your own abundance, inner abundance. Whenever you feel jealousy, whenever that jealous comes, suppose definitely when one person is living a life terrible and others are living very happily, no, automatically this jealous come. When you are in a low self-esteem state, when you are in a high self-esteem state, no jealous will come. But when your self-esteem is low, you feel that you are weak, you are unattractive, you are incapable of manifesting, the jealous come. Jealousy is coming just to realize you that you are capable. So more and more we start working on ourselves, intend it, we start achieving whatever we really want, because we are all co-creators in this life. We are not depending anyone, but we are not completely independent in nature. We are co-creators. We are co-creators. We are in the oneness field. We are here to help each other. That's our real loving nature. Why we are giving to our brothers, sisters, or whomever? Because it's connection. Same connection. We are all connected. That's the truth. We are all connected in the oneness realm. Yes, low self-esteem means we are living in our void self. We are only connecting to our void self. So it's our responsibility to connect to our high energy field deliberately. Don't think that our subconscious will push you to go to your energy field. No, or consciously we need to take decision. Consciously we need to deliberately. We need to work on our own talents, whatever our experiences, every day in the action field. Suppose you have nothing to do, I say, do something all the time. Something you do. At least you go and wash your plates, but with awareness. We feel that there is nothing to do in this life. Only doing meditation also create problem. Only every day in morning I don't have anything to do, I am sitting and meditating. One time you are boring with meditation. So we need to act with this physical body is very important. We need to act. At least you clean your rooms, clean your house, but do every day some sort of physical activity rather than yogasana. Physical activity mindfully, which in the reality space you do certain work. That's very important. Then we slowly and gradually understand our survival natures. And another pattern is called struggle, fear of our own mortality. Yes, our physical body is mortal, but the real mortality is our belief that I am wrong. I am wrong. My survival is all the time threatened. Someone will kill me, someone will kill me, someone will punish me because I am wrong, I am wrong, I am wrong. That is creates struggle in the life all the time. When you need to understand one thing, that when you are wrong, the consciousness which create you is also wrong. Are you want that consciousness to be wrong? Or you want the God to be wrong? That's your choice. You ask. Can this also have? Okay. You simply ask. Suppose I am wrong. Definitely the God is wrong. Do you want to hear that? When the God is wrong, the entire creation is wrong, everything is wrong. Okay. Then we understand that everything is wrong. Then what is the problem? Once everything is wrong, then there is no problem. So this way also we can come out from our real struggle. I see a lot of spiritual people, they are so happy once this lockdown comes. They feel so relaxed because all the rat race are gone. All the materialistic issues are gone. Why? Because they are in struggle mode. That's why. Otherwise, they are equal. Okay, in materialistic realm they are equal. In spiritual realm they are equal. Otherwise, they feel that they are weak in this materialistic realm. They feel so happy once the lockdown comes. So many people share this to me. Now I am so happy. Even in India, there is some demonetization. Yes, money issue come. So many people are happy. Those people are really weak in their materialistic aspect, and those who are really weak in their spiritual aspect, they struggle in some other aspect. So we need to balance between the material and spiritual and understand that we are not wrong. We are not wrong, and where it is coming, we definitely need to work. Once you understand and accept that we are not wrong, then only we can work where this wrong is there. Next is control, fear of losing control. That is the basic thing, fear of losing control. I need to be validated. Does this struggle pattern also include a belief that I need validation? I need validation is coming from disapproval issue. Validation, all the time validation, all the time approval. It's coming from disapproval space. Belief, my way is right and your way is wrong, is a belief of control. We need to control everyone. I am right. I am the righteous one. That person's all the time control. They control their life. Either they control or they never control. But the feeling is I am right. Whenever they feel they are wrong, they are not going to control anyone in their life. That time they feel they are wrong. They are struggle. There is a control, like driving. I am talking more like to the word control. I like to use the word redirect. Redirect things. For example, driving. We are in steering, we use certain controls. Yes, in remote control car. Okay, when I am playing with remote control car, we need certain level of control is needed, right? Control is all the time needed. We don't like the word control, but we can use some other word. But the truth is control is needed. A slight control is needed, but not too much, not less. There is a control. Even when we are walking, there is a control, there is a coordination. The control of our body is happening. All the things are needed. So the control is a pattern because we feel we are right. When you are right, the moment you feel right, you start control everyone. When you are in this pattern, the moment you feel wrong, you are not going to control anybody, and mostly you allow others to control you. You keep allow others to control you. That's the way it is working. Whenever you feel that I am wrong, immediately you invite all the people, they come, they start controlling you, they start abusing you. That's the way it is working. Okay, the lesson 22, the last lesson is waste no time. What it means, waste no time? Don't waste your time means be hurry, be impatient. No. Suppose you are attending this webinar. Last 11 days we are spending every day 1 to 1.5 hours, and today the last day, after all these sessions, and you say that, oh, all these 11 days gone, something I didn't get anything, I'm not getting any experience, I just waste my time. Yes, exactly, that time is waste. That moment the time is waste. But whatever you absorb, when you give value to whatever you absorb, for example, when you go to a college, you learn for three years, and after the college you go for some other job. Once you enter into that job and you say, oh, I waste that 3 years, then that 3 year time is completely waste from your life. That's the way you waste time. We denied so many things. Denial is a waste of time. Okay, yesterday I keep crying. I waste my life. That crying, okay. So what happened? That crying becomes incomplete. That cry we again and again want to cry. Whatever we denied, it's a waste of time. Denying every moment. That's why yesterday is good. Today is good. Tomorrow is good. There is a saying from Bhagavad Gita. Whatever happened yesterday is good. Whatever is happening now, it's good. Whatever is going to happen is also good. It means there is nothing, no time is wasting in our life. Even when you sleep, okay, today you slept for 15 hours, okay, after you waking and you say that, oh, I waste my so many hours, that moment it is a waste. Otherwise, you say, oh, I sleep 15 hours, wow, yes, then all the time is utilized, then that craving is gone. So this is called waste no time. Whatever we learned all this time, we start implementing, then there is no waste. Whatever we know, we keep observing, we keep exploring rather than denial. Denial is a waste. The moment we denied anything, it's a waste. So understand that wasting time is happening once we say that, oh, I waste my lifetime. I become a perpetrator. There is no life is wasting. Even this life, whatever the time you spend is not wasting. I sit after my college, I sit 3 years simply doing nothing, just walking, just. But for me, it's a meditation period, just watching, just seeing the world. But that time I feel it's a waste, because everyone's saying it's a waste, but I'm not feeling completely a waste because I am enjoying that time. But others feel I am wasting my time. I am a lazy man, but I am cultivating the energy at that time. But I didn't know it. I'm unconsciously do that because of some past which is working, and I unconsciously. I'm not saying I deliberately do. No, no. It's an unconscious because there is no job come to me, so I am just free. I simply driving, riding, simply traveling, going, eating, drinking, smoking. I simply moving, but I'm enjoying every day. But now when I look back that time period, wow. So people will love in love affair. They have some love affair. After the love affair break, they say, "Oh, whatever I spend for this love is a waste." That's a wrong understanding. That only create a grief inside, a sadness inside. You need to nourish all the period. Oh, so many people share about the divorce issue. Oh, I divorced that person. That person is waste, and living with that person itself is a waste. No, definitely you clear a lot of karmas. Nothing is waste. You clear so many karma. Definitely there are so many good memories. Nourish it. And everyone will come in this life and everyone need to go. Either through divorce, either through death, either through disease, or in some way. Definitely people coming, people going. Why we are so worried that, okay, that person go with divorce. Otherwise they go with an accident. What do we do? So we take so many things so serious, very serious. It's all the part of the big cosmic drama. Someone comes. So that's why I also always recommend, when a person is with you, enjoy that moment. Complete. Be fun, be playful, be humor. Don't be serious. But serious matters are there. I'm not saying that there is no serious matter. There are serious life issues are there. Okay, fine. But be an actor. Be completely in that moment. Then we nourish so many energies. Otherwise, we feel incomplete in that relationship. Whatever the relationship you are in, be there totally. When you are having a dinner with someone, be there. Enjoy that moment. When you are having a beer with someone, okay, enjoy with that person. Then that craving is gone. Otherwise, we keep craving for everything. Craving, we need to release all the cravings. That time you can connect to your higher guidance. Once all the cravings are gone, once we know that yes, mud is good, lotus is good, everything is good. Whatever the God create, everything is good. Only one thing corrupted is our human mind. Nothing, everything God created is good. Everything. So you may confuse. Yesterday I said there is nothing good, nothing bad. I am not talking about that good bad. The bad and good we created. The good is what I am talking is the highest way. There is no other language to speak about that good. We can say it's a bliss. Some other word we can say. But whenever you are doing anything, completely be there, aware about it. But for that awareness, we need to heal the child. So today, we are doing the meditation. It's time. Because mostly I see people who they connect to their parents, immediately they are telling to their parents, even they are not in the physical realm, they are in the eternal etheric realm. Immediately you say, oh my dear parents, sorry for, because I am not living up to your dreams. That's a misunderstanding. They may think, what this guy is talking all the time. You believe in your dream. But maybe your mind is corrupted, so your mind only listen that. But understand, in the soul realm, they only say one thing, that go and live your dream. Live your dream. Drink your cup of tea. You can't drink the cup of my cup of tea. You can drink your cup of tea. You drink that. Enjoy that. Every bit. Taste it. And that is unique for you. Yes, when we are studying, but we want to play. We are playing, but bother. Because what is our priority? Setting your priority. That's the next slide I'd like to share. Set your priority. First priority is playing. Play first. But there is a guilt. That's why we are playing, because we are disapproved ourselves. We are in guilt. When we want to play, even when we reach to the teenage, we in the revenge mode, rebellious mode. Whatever our parents say, we do against. It's a rebellious mode. It's a revenge mode. Revenge is not working. Whatever the master are saying, you are against it. It's only revenge mode. That's all revenge happened. That's happened to even people who have issue with their parents. Definitely they have issue with their teachers. Definitely they have issue with their masters, guides, everyone. Even to the higher guides, they have issues. I see people who have issue with their high guides, masters, and they are just staying there laughing at you. What to do? You are, so they insist to go and heal with your parents. So the best and most important uh, method to heal the parents and healing the entanglement is called family constellation work. That's a very greater and deeper work. It can't be work in a webinar mode. It's a very direct work, very deep, intense work. So intend for that. When you really want to heal all the parental entanglement issues, intend for a very deep, intense family constellation work. That can amazingly shift your consciousness to a new level. That space is for your next priority. What is your next priority? Coffee with your friends, you can, or chatting, dancing, singing, anything you can add there in that question mark. Okay? So friends, today we are going for meditation. Now it's time for meditation. So leave all that pattern and everything from your head. Just simply flow through the meditation. And in this moment, before starting the meditation, 1 minute you observe. There are patterns I already shared, that is disapproval pattern, there is control pattern, where your energy is resonating in this moment. Just observe. You're not going to be identified anything, but just to observe where you are resonating. Are you resonating with control, fear of losing control? Are you allow this life to be controlled? Because when you have this pattern, sometimes the negative pole, another pole is you allow others to control you all the time. Believe that my way is right and your way is wrong. Someone will come in front of you and show that they are right. Immediately when you feel wrong, then you are in the control pattern. So observe, are you resonating? Observe from your body, observe from your energy. Are you resonating with the control? Then that's your pattern, not any conclusion. Yes, I like to control others. Yes, definitely that controlling is there. Control the life. Yes. Control in a very wonderful manner also, that controlling is a leadership. Control in a very, using the control in a very specific way is a leadership way. We need to discipline others sometimes. That's not the control pattern, because sometimes we misunderstand it. You need to control your child sometimes, because if my son want to play Clash of Clans full day, I never allow it. I say to him that how many hours you want to play, you take the choice is yours, how many hours, but there is a strict regimen is sometimes needed for our soul evolution. How many hours you are going to play? Definitely there is a control, but it's a healthy control that is needed with choice, with awareness. Then the another pattern is struggle. Are you resonating with struggle or not? Observe. Fear of our own mortality, all the time fear that someone will kill me, someone will, even this struggle pattern will create another issue called people all the time fear that some ghost or some etheric or energy beings, spirit beings, spirit attachment is happening to my life. I see a lot of people who have this struggle pattern, they definitely invite spirit in their life. Struggle, and they create struggle in their life. Something will all the time come and attack you. I resonate mostly with all the pattern. Yes, okay. So struggle pattern, observe jealous. Jealous means you all the time feel that you are weak, you are unattractive and incapable. And it also connect to the disapproval pattern. Also somebody will give you approval. That time your jealous energy is so happy. You feel nourished through approval. Approval and real love are somewhere different. We need a very deep energy to understand, am I receiving approval or am I receiving the love? We need clearly. We need to observe it. Because both in the outer layer sometimes same. Very soft, very pampering, but there is slight difference. Both are looking very same, looking similar. It's like God and devil looking similar like that. Very similarity is there, but more you are connect, only you understand the pure love, the real love. Otherwise, you caught up in that approval, and you fear trust. You lose your trust. Whenever a person lose their trust, they never trust anybody in the life. They all the time doubt everyone. Is it the real? Is it the real? First thing you trust and you follow your inner voice. The real always connect with the follow your inner voice rather than the words, rather than the emotions, rather than anything. Follow your inner voice. Trust your higher guidance. Then you can go beyond this jealous part. You can understand this relationship much better. Parental blind love be awakened, because whoever the parent, whether you see the parent as a wrong, very what we call a parent who is nice parent, and there are some not nice or what we call villain parents are there. So we need to understand that every pleasure there is a pain, there is a pain in every pleasure and pleasure in every pain. So every villain there is a good man, every good man there is a villain existing. So don't be blind, be awake, open, see both sides, understand both sides. All your parents have both sides. Every parent, including us, has both sides. We all have both sides. Only thing is aware about the both side and not aware about the both side. That's the only thing. And don't be loyal to a feeling of loyalty. Loyalty is the best feeling of certain animal. But as a human being, we are not coming here to be loyal. That's why Zen masters called it as cat. We are like cat. Cat is not loyal. Someone feel cat is selfish, but that's not true. Cat will live as a gift for their masters. Cat live in that way. So Zen master, Zen is called cat sometimes. And another part is called revenge mode. More we need to understand is start express. Liberate our voice. Start express it in our from our compassion heart and use our power, use our freedom. Take the responsibility is very important in this moment. Take only the responsibility of our intention, not others' intention, only your intention. What is your intention? Your intention is pure, you are free. When your intention is corrupted, you need to correct it. That's it. Only focus on your intention. What is your intention? Each and every moment. Take that responsibility is important, even in guilt. Take that responsibility. Then you can understand whether you deserve or not. Are you deserving or not? Yes, fear is also a pattern which come from control. That fear is there. Even disapproval, there is fear. Fear is all the space. Fear is there. Everywhere there is a fear is hidden there. Hidden behind there is a fear. In control there is a fear is there. In revenge mode there is a fear is there. Everywhere there is a fear. So avoid self and understand the disapproval pattern. Fear of loss of agreement. So we all the time we want some agreements. We need surety. Okay, are you with me for this entire life? I want this surety. But interesting thing is uncertainty, which is creating our life game much happier. Even there is a surety. We can give surety. We can take surety. In soul realm, there are a lot of sureties because eternally we are traveling. Yes, there is surety, but in this plane we start playing with uncertainty. There is uncertainty, so we spend each moment completely. Otherwise, we okay. My mother will live for the entire life. Then, whenever you get a time with your mother or father, you never spend it fully. Spend that time fully. Even in a phone call, you spend it fully, completely. Then you accept the uncertainty principle. Okay, friends, when you're ready, you can say yes, 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 yes for meditation.
Yes.
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 Okay, everyone is ready? Yes. Okay. Sit in a comfortable posture. Make your body relaxed, completely in a comfortable posture. In this moment, each and every breath you are taking, you are inhaling and exhaling, you say to yourself that I take the responsibility of my life. With each and every breath, I am taking charge of my life. I am responsible for my intentions. I am responsible for my thoughts. I am responsible for my emotions. I am the only one responsible for my life in a very deeper way. So today, from this moment, from each and every breath, I take the charge of my life. So for another 1 minute, you completely observing your natural, normal breath. The breath which is coming to you, the breath which is staying with you, the breath which is leaving from you, the breath which is staying outside of you. Each and every breath is traveling. You own your own fate in this moment. Whatever happened so far, it's my fate. As an adult, you can easily understand it. So you own it, only your fate. The more you own your fate, more you take responsibilities of your own fate. Feel the power of your own fate in this moment. It's your experience. It's the book of your life. Feel that, yes, my experience, my wisdom is in my hand. Feel that power completely. Take the full charge of that power. Completely feel each and every breath is coming and going. You are an adult. Not only a simple adult, every breath is touching your heart space, and you are a compassionate adult. You are a wisdom one. In this moment, I'd like you to connect to that very higher space of consciousness, where that consciousness show your real compassionate wisdom energy, consciousness of you. So in this moment, I'm counting from 1 to 10. Each count, you go higher and higher through a very golden staircase. You reach to a space where you meet your higher consciousness, which is so compassion in nature, which is so wiser in nature. You are the part of that higher consciousness. One, stepping higher and higher in this moment. Two, stepping all the way through this golden staircase. Three, connect to that very highest vibratory place. Four, five, six, seven. You are there. Eight and nine and 10. Once you are there, that consciousness come in any form, come in a light form, animal form, human form, any other forms, or in the appearance of a master form, whatever the form. But deeply in this moment, experiencing that compassion and wisdom of that self for a moment. Along with your breath, you totally touch that wisdom. You totally connect to that wisdom. You totally aware about that wisdom. It comes to you in the form of a very bright, colorful light. Either it is white in nature or it shows some colors. But whatever comes to you spontaneously, completely trust it. Feel the light. Completely absorb and be with that light in that higher space. This moment, each time you are humming along with every exhalation happens, you connect much more deeper realm of that space with intensity and absorb that light. Every breath is going, you simply humming. Allow the breath to go with a humming from you. Each humming is vibrating much deeper, and your vibration really touching that space totally and completely. In this higher vibratory space, I like you to look down to the earth where you can see your entire life clearly from the birth to till day. You can completely be clear. The life is so clear in front of you, like a big movie. You can see from this plane with the support of your higher consciousness. In that space, in that timeline, there is a space you can see that a child is completely blocked or locked, or that pure potential energy of that child is stuck either through a parental issue or through a master's issue, teacher issue, or in any other way, there is some pattern is hooking. In that space, you can clearly know which pattern that child is staying there. That child is in a disapproval state. A child is truly feeling guilty. That child is deeply inside, feel revenge and blame to others, or child is in an imitating mode of blind love with their parents, totally loyal to their parents, and that is suffocating in that child energy, or that child is feeling jealous to someone or something, feel like he or she is weak, unattractive, or that child is in a struggle mode, or that child is in a control mode. What mode that child pattern existing, and that moment in this higher plane you can see it clearly. See it, just you see there, stay there. You're not going anything, but this light of compassion you share to that child from this space. Keep on sharing that light to that child, and I'm counting from 10 to 1. You very spontaneously go to that place with your higher timeline vehicle. Once you reach to that land, once my count reach, you take that child and go to a beautiful, amazing, nourishing nature space. Everything happen once my count starts. It reaches 1, you reach to the nature space along with that fragile, innocent child who is really trapped in that pattern in this moment. But with the compassion and wisdom from your adult nature can help you supporting that child in this moment. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Reaching and taking that child, be in that vehicle. The child start enjoying with your journey, very speed and traveling through that nature space. Breathe, land on that nature space. 2 and 1. Completely, you both enter into that vast nature space. Now, the compassion adult self and that inner child both are in this beautiful nature space. I like you to start playing with that child, whatever the child like it, whatever the child want to climb the tree, be with that child, give all this support, give freedom and security together. You are giving all the freedom to that child. At the same time, make sure about the security of that child in a very compassion, nice way. You give enough freedom and security to that child. Child want to swim, support that child. Child want to climb the mountain, be with that child. Whatever that child wants, completely be there. Allow that child to really nourish with all that soul energy of spontaneity, playfulness, and adventure. Stay there for another few moments in that space. Completely explore it. Completely experiment. Be there. As a compassion adult self, you keep watching that child. One part of you is completely in this compassion adult space, wisdom space, and another part I like you to enter into that child energy. Feel what the child is experiencing. That jumping, dancing, running, climbing the trees, plucking the fruits, jumping into the lake, swimming, climbing the mountain. That child is so happy. Child is showing all that unconditional energies in this moment. Take enough time to explore that unconditional energy of that child. Give all the space. Child always like music, songs, dancing. So child really love the song I'm singing now. The child start dancing, playing, enjoying. Serve, love, give, purify, meditate, realize. Serve, love, give, purify, meditate, realize. Be good, do good, be kind, be compassionate. Be good, do good, be kind, be compassionate. Om Tat Sat, Om Tat Sat, Om Tat Sat, Om. Om Tat Sat, Om Tat Sat, Om Tat Sat, Om. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Shalom. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Shalom. Completely allow that child to relax, enjoy, feel it. Sometimes child comes to you, hug you, child kiss you. Child really want kisses, child really want hug. Child is really jumping, playing, exploring, touching, running. Be with that child, encouraging that child. Completely make sure about the security of that child and give a full freedom space, unconditional space to that child. Allow that child, whatever that child wants. As an adult in that space, you can give that child want chocolate, give the chocolate. Child want ice cream, give the ice cream. What the child really want, toys, what this child want, keep giving and giving unconditionally as a compassion adult self. And be with that child, enjoy, dance with the child, sing with the child. Whatever the child really like the songs, sing, sing with that child. Totally be there. This moment, ask that child, take the permission of that child, ask the child, am I going to invite your parents in this space? Not only your parents, your parents with their masters, their guides. So your parents are coming with that very subtle space. They are so ready to come here to listen you. So, am I call your parents? You just ask that child. That parent, my mother, my father. Am I call your father and mother? And their master's presence. Even you want their master also come with them. Even you want to see them. Definitely invite everyone, and I'm counting from 5 to 1. All these child's parents are appearing, whether they are in the physical realm or in the any realms. In this space, when the child wants, the parents definitely is coming in this moment. It is the responsibility of parents, it is the responsibility of the guides to make sure whenever the child wants, the parent is there. 5. Completely. Everyone is making sure it. 4. And the child is in unconditional space. You are in a total non-interference space. Give full space to child. 3, 2, and 1. Just witness. As an adult, you are in the witness mode. As a child, observe what the child is doing there. Give the child that whatever the child want to talk, whatever the child really suffer in this life, even that parents never listened before, but this time they come to listen you. You speak. My mother, I want to speak this thing. My father, okay, it's a matter of school. It's a matter of my tuition, sir. It's a matter of my cousins. Playing with cousin, that cousin did like this. My friend did like this. It's my complaint. But now you share all the complaints, all your worries, because it's time for your parents to listen, and all the masters are making sure whether your parents are listening or not. So dear child, explore in this moment, start speaking with your parents, share it. When you want to cry in front of your parent, cry. When you want to laugh, you laugh. Even everything, good, bad, everything, ugly, everything, positive, negative, everything you are communicating, completely communicate. Never hesitate anything. Never. No, no more secrets. You share everything, your mistakes. Don't try to make you a good person. You share everything because you are worthy as you are. Share that child and only encourage. As an adult, you keep encourage that child that you are worthy, you are good enough, you are loved, you are wanted. So share with your parents everything what you experience. If someone touch you, what do you experience? You touch someone, what do you experience? You played with someone, what do you experience? Someone beat you, what do you experience? Everything, every very, very small things. Start talking. For another few moments is a moment of immense talking. Talking and talking with your parents. Complete talking. As an adult, you are completely in a non-interference space. You just watch. Whenever parents argue or anything, that only moment you interfere and share the part of the child. Mostly with the presence of the master, your parents are amazing parents. But be there. You ask that, encourage the child to talk and talk and talk everything, every small things, every minute things, which are hidden in you. Show all your emotions, entire emotions. Even you feel jealous to someone, share it. Even you feel sad at the moment, share it. Even you feel so happy, share that happiness. Oh, my mom, oh, my papa, my father, my mother, my achan, amma, whatever you're feeling, from the bottom of your heart, speak, speak. Or you never show love to me. When you, that's a complaint in you, share it. Share that complaint to your parents. You feel that you are not loved, you feel that you are not trusted, share it. Share from the bottom of your heart. All the silly things, all the simple things, small things. When your parent ignore your dream, when your parent ignored your wanting, what you really felt. They never encourage you. When you come with a cup from the school and they are not showing any interest, or they denied you or ignore you, all the time, what do you feel? Even as a small kid, even suppose when you are a small kid of 1 year old, that time also you want breastfeed, but your mother denied it. You feel sad. Share that sadness now. Yes, I feel sad, my mother. I want that. I want your heart space. And share. Your father denied the heart space, so share it. Or denied the time you want to sleep with your parents. Be there. And what you felt when a sibling come in your life? What is your feeling to that sibling when you have siblings? Everything. Or sometimes you are compared by your parents. They are not trusted you. They doubt you. Everything. Share it. Completely, immensely share with your true emotion in this moment. Be there with your parents, completely be there. And in this moment, I'm singing a bhajan that help you to completely share from your heart, from your deeper and bottom of your heart. Share with your parents. And with that much playfulness, you can share. Your spontaneously it is flowing. Adventurously you are talking. You are amazing human in this moment. You are an amazing child. You are an innocent child. In this moment, you are completely in flow. रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम 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 जय राधे श्याम सीताराम 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 जय राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति है भगवान ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान कृष्णा जीसस is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Jesus, Moses is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Moses, Muhammad is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Muhammad Allah is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Allah Buddha is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Buddha Guru Nanak is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Durga Mary is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Mary Radha is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Radha Sita is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति हे भगवान The paths are many but truth is one love thy neighbor as thyself The names are many but God is one love thy neighbor as thyself रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम 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 जय राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति है भगवान Krishna, Jesus is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Jesus, Moses is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Moses, Muhabbat is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Muhabbat Allah is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Allah Buddha is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Buddha Guru Nanak is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Durga Mary is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Mary Radha is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. Radha Sita is thy name, love thy neighbor as thyself. The paths are many, but truth is one. Love thy neighbor as thyself. The names are many, but God is one. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Last 2 more minutes. Completely be with your parents. Share it. Once you share it completely, hug them, kiss them, enjoy with them. Nourish, allow that child. And in this moment, as an adult compassion self, you say that from this moment, you are my child. I am your parent from this moment. And you share to that child that you are loved, you are wanted. I trust your ability to survive in this world. I trust your immense potentialities. I trust your expressions. I trust your inner love. This moment, completely leave that parents. Allow them with a very natural space of disentanglement. You are free. You say to your parents, I live my life as a gift for you. You say aloud with all that playful energy, spontaneous energy, adventure energy. You jump and say to your parents that I live my life as a gift for you. All my parents, all my ancestors feel proud about me. I live my fullest potential. Invite that child, which is full of that energy, to your heart space now. That child jump into your Hridayakasha. Stay there. Give that inner dimension space to settle and allow that child to sleep in this moment. Settle in that space by singing a beautiful song to that child, a sleep bird song. Rari rari ram raru. Rari rari ram raru. Rari rari ram raru. Rari rari ram raru. Rari raro, rari raro. Rari raro, rari raro. Rari ram raro. Raro. Rari raro, rari raro. Rari raro, rari raro. Rari ram raro. Rari rari ram raro. Completely connect your body, feel the vibrations in your body, sensations in your body, experience your body. Take a breath inside, inhale, exhale through your mouth like a breeze. Ah. Ah. Breathe, relax. It's with every exhalation you smile. When you are ready, completely connect to all the soul lessons once more. I am a divine, immortal being. I am co-creator with divine. My creation begins with thoughts. I engage feelings. I create in pictures. I live in this moment. Divine energy is flowing through me, not from me. I always refine my reasons. I follow my inner voice. I open my heart. And I am completely in a very detached, non dual space. I know all is in divine order. I completely receive all the love from my parents and I am ready to give all the love to my generations. Reversing my perception, accept the death, embrace all the life test. I'm ready to face the life. I temper my ego. I know it's a court, it's a specs. I address my mistake and I always actively meditate. I know mistakes are the secret of my success. So I address my mistakes and actively meditate. I love my body. I completely detach from all the early memories which is attached in my bodies. I regenerate my soul. I shatter these negative patterns. Whenever I know there is a pattern, I definitely shatter it. And I am not going to waste any time. I embrace all my experience. I embrace my past. My past is my power. I realize the past is power. I embrace it. Embrace all the experience without judging good or bad, right or wrong, best or worst. I embrace because everything contains beautiful wisdom. I am a wisdom being. Aham Brahmasmi. Sarvam Kalpidam Brahmamai. Prajnanam Brahma. Anandam Brahma. I am connecting to that ultimate. And I am in this earth plane to play the game called life. I am ready to play the game every day. Even the clearing is a game. Karmic is a game. Seeing my past life is a game. Seeing and connecting with my inner child is a game. I always in my game. Healing other people are my game. Whatever the job I am working itself is a game. Every moment is a game. With my family is a game. With my spouse is a game. With my child is a game. Life is an immense game. Immense play. Immense dance. Immense celebration. I am ready for that. And I am ready for new learnings. I am ready to learn more and more. Every webinar is a game. Every workshops are game. Every book is a game. Every moment is a game. Every food is a game. Everywhere I am in enjoyment. Everywhere I am in joy. Even I am crying, joyfully I am crying. Even I am sad, joyfully I am sad. Even I am in loneliness, joyfully I am in loneliness. Connect to my soul essence. I am a soul science student. I am that. I am worthy. I deserve the best. One, every day in every way you are getting better and better. Two, every day you are deeper and deeper. Awareness go much more deeper. Three, you start slowly, gradually connect to your higher guides, higher masters through dreams. It can come in direct forms through others. So everyone is master. See everyone. See the divine in everyone. 4, 5. Rub your palms, place on your eyes, open your eyes, unmute your video, see the divine. Start seeing beautiful divine beings now, seeing each other, meeting each other, completely respecting all these 11 days